Title of the story: The Rose That Bloomed in Sicilian Snow. Part 1. My name is Alicia. My name is Alicia Gray. I never thought that one day, even while sleeping under the open blue sky on the streets, someone would make space for me in their arms. What I am today, or perhaps what little remains, is just a fragment of memories. And a name. Leone. Yes, I was a homeless girl. I was, but I'm not anymore. Because now I have something more than a home, a heart that warms my heartbeat on every cold night. I'm not telling this story for myself, but for those who think that love is reserved only for those who have everything. Part 2. The City of Icy Streets, Solenzara. This story takes place in a small fictional European country named Solenzara, nestled between France and Italy. The streets here were narrow, but every corner seemed to weave a new poem. I first set foot on the snowy streets of this city with only 2 coins in my pocket and just one hope in my heart. I was sitting outside Solenzara Central Station, bundled in an old coat, finding comfort in the aroma of coffee drifting from the bookstore across the street. That's when I saw him. A boy, tall and slender, a scarf wrapped around his shoulders. He held a book titled Les Silences de Lune. And his eyes, they didn't just see me, they seemed to see my soul. Part 3. Leone and Alicia. His name was Leone Valerian. He was a writer, not too famous, and not very well off. His stories sometimes appeared in local newspapers, and he had opened a small book cafe called La Rose en Neige, The Rose in Snow. That day, he saw me for the first time. I looked away, but he placed a cup of coffee in front of me, without saying a word. And in that very moment, perhaps the first line of the story was written. Part 4. Some connections are formed in silence. Leone came every day, and every day he left behind a book. At first, I thought he pitied me. But then I realized, he was showing me respect. He was connecting me to words, to his world, so that I could find myself again. One day, when the wind was bitterly cold and my fingers had turned to stone, he held my hand and said, "No one ever gave you permission to read yourself, Alicia. I want you to read, to understand, and then to love yourself." He handed me a book with the first page blank and said, "This page is yours. Begin from here." Part 5. When the storm came. We were saying so much without words, when a heavy snowstorm struck Solenzara. Train stations closed, shops shut down, and even Leone's cafe had to close. I was forced to spend many nights alone again, on the same bench. I lost hope that he'd return, maybe he had gone away, back to his world. Then one night, as snow settled into my hair like frost, a warm overcoat draped over my back. He was there. Leone. He looked into my eyes and said, "You are not the last line of my story, Alicia. You are my beginning." Part 6. The Rose That Bloomed in Snow. That night, he took me into his cafe. It was closed, but open for us. There, I felt for the first time that home wasn't about 4 walls. Home is where someone sees you, when you've forgotten who you are. We reopened the cafe together. Leone taught me how to write. Now, I write my story every day, and every evening, I read it aloud to those who are homeless like I once was, lost, and who haven't found their Leone yet. Part 7. Who am I today? Today, I am Alicia Gray, but now I have a nickname, L'Etoile Vagabond, the Wandering Star. Leone gave me that name. We live together now, though we never married, because we had already made our promises, without paperwork. Every Saturday, we host an open story night at the cafe. And when a homeless child comes in, on a cold winter night, we don't give them a book. We tell them a story. My story. The end. My friends, don't forget like and subscribe. Thank you.